Benji all up in my pocket, ain't got time.
Recording live from the 404, 7 Bill Enterprise presents The Den, a podcast made for urban culture about urban culture, taking over the airways and giving out keys to the streets. Even the most Jurassic tuned in. Yo, it's your boy, the Baker's Man, aka Benji the Money Getter, chasing money and not the honeys, and you tapped into The Den. I got a real special guest today, man. That boy, Mr. Stay Dangerous, Mr. Light Skin King himself, that boy, Wesley.
Yes, sir. How y'all doing?
So, tell me about the Wesley line. That's a hat line, ain't it?
Yeah, it's my hat line right now. I got going just hats right now, but it's a whole fashion line, to be honest. It's more to come, but right now it's just hats exclusively.
What do you feel like inspired your hat line? Like, what inspired the dopeness? Because my boy has hats that say "Stay Dangerous," "No Cap," Atlanta. He has the trucker hats that got like the fire. They remind me of Hot Wheels, no cap. Like that's really why that's what they had. So what inspired all of that?
What inspired me, honestly, just really thinking about stuff that I like. Whatever comes to my mind, I might see different ideas from some of my favorite designers. And then I think, okay, I can incorporate with the designs I want, you know what I'm saying, to put together things I like. So that's how I get my designs. For the Stay Dangerous, that's just something, you know, some folks always say, you know, no cap is
no cap.
You know how that goes. And then, you know, Atlanta, I'm from Atlanta, so definitely got a record city. With the A design, it was kind of like, man, I just like something simple. So I wanted to do some different colors. I got red, light blue, and olive green. So I just want to do some different colors in a different style, but something simple at the same time. So put the A with the flame and the simple Stay Dangerous on the side, and it's been going good since then.
I'm not gonna lie, and then with your hat, you got on the inside of the trucker hat, you got the at Wesley, bro. No cap, that was fire. Like that was a good way to market yourself.
Yeah, my homie Rafu, he told me about putting tags on my clothes and all the things I do. So I started putting tags on my hats and to let people know who I am. It's a way to market myself, honestly.
For sure, that's dope for sure. So with doing all of that, I have seen like a rise in more custom hats. So like, do you feel like you help contribute to that trend? Like, would you consider yourself a trendsetter?
Definitely, I would consider myself a trendsetter. Honestly, I don't want to say I created that whole wave of custom hats. I'm honestly just riding the wave, you know what I'm saying, creating my own lane within the wave. So that's what I'm doing. But I definitely feel like I'm contributing now. You know, there's people out here kind of doing the same thing I'm doing.
Facts.
And I've been seeing some of the similar designs, but it's all good. That's what it's all about.
So how do you differentiate yourself? Like, how do you stand out amongst a crowd full of people who trying to do the same thing, but who ain't doing the same thing?
Who not doing the same thing? I'm just always trying to be more creative. I'm always gonna think outside the box, something somebody's not doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm always thinking of ways to make my hat better, or you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
The technology of my hat, just all types of things, just not just about design. But yeah, that's what I do to stand out.
So okay. So what's coming next? Cause we talking about like standing out. So like, what's next? Cause like I said, your hats are fire right now. So like, how do you top that?
Right now, other than hats, I want to do clothes. So I'm definitely going to apparel. I was thinking about doing some hoodies and matching pants or a jogging suit set. Definitely gonna do a varsity jacket.
It's like how we used to get like, so say when I graduated from Mount Zion, like they were trying to give us like these Mount Zion things with like our football letters.
Like a Letterman jacket.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a style of a Letterman jacket, but it's more gonna be so like a satin bomber type thing. So we're gonna do a satin bomber, Letterman style though. So definitely.
Well, where did this love for like design come from? Cause like I said, you got the fire hat designs. You sound like you got some fire clothes coming. So like, where is this love coming from? Like, what's motivating you to make some dope stuff?
I always had a love for fashion. Growing up, I just like to put my clothes on myself. Like my mom would tell you, since I was like 5, I always put my own clothes on and knew how to style myself. So that's where love for fashion come in at. Recently, the love for like designing things come in with just seeing other people being able to design their own clothes, and I'm like, wow, I could put what I want together instead of buying somebody else's clothes or buying somebody else's hat, things like that. So that's where the love for design and fashion come from, and put my own things together.
Do you have any designers that inspire you?
Yeah, I have a couple of designers. My number one is probably like Virgil, just because
Virgil made Off-White, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Yes. For the people who didn't know, I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, Virgil Abloh makes Off-White, and he's just a dope designer. He brought street luxury to Louis Vuitton and things of that nature, and Nike.
How you
Jordan.
feel about that? Cause no cap, I had seen that collaboration, and like he had a bag that was like an airplane. Like some of that stuff was kind of out, like too crazy, but like he had some trench coats. Them guys was fire. So like, how you feel like? You feel like that's too crazy, or you feel like he's really like helping change the game to make more stuff more creative?
It's never too crazy in the fashion world. It's art, so. You know, I like airplanes and things like that on the jacket, the see-through hologram badge. Those are dope things to me. It's things nobody doing, and that's what it's about.
Facts.
Being innovative and creative and doing new things.
That's facts, cause like I said, I didn't see the airplane on his shirt, but I seen like he had a bag that was like a Louis Vuitton bag, but it was like in an airplane shape. Like that joint was too weird.
Did you see the vest with the whole city on it?
Yeah, that was hard. Like some of that stuff was crazy, cause it's like it really opened your eyes to like, dang, this dude doing this. So like, what can I do?
You can do anything. That's what
Very important message.
Facts. So as far as hats, who inspired you on the hat side? Cause it's like some fire hat designers out. Hats, they got a lot of stuff on their side.
Right, it's a artist. I wanted to call him an artist. A designer named J Tips. He has definitely inspired me. He makes hats that sold on Hat Club, honestly. They're called Savior hats, so it's a bit Savior on the back, and it really just inspired me when I seen it, because it was almost like he had a story behind it. He was working at a shoe store, and he wanted more for himself, and you know what I'm saying? He took the risk of starting his own business and designing his own hat. And that hat turned into designing his own clothes, and then them clothes turned into designing his own shoes. So anything is possible, obviously. So that's who really inspired me with the hats. My definitely J Tips.
So what's like some marketing strategies you use to really like showcase your stuff? Cause I've seen really everybody in your stuff, like for real.
Definitely, I'm using social media advertisement, to be specific, Instagram advertisement. I'm running ads almost daily, weekly, all the time, just to get my stuff out there.
For the people who don't know, like how easy is it to use Instagram ads, and is it affordable?
It's definitely affordable. If you have a business account on your Instagram, you could go get an Instagram ad, pay for an Instagram ad, and advertise your product, your service, and you want, as long as you have a business account. So it can be as cheap as $3 to $4 a day, I mean, more expensive to $50 a day. It just depends on what type of reach you want. You know what I'm saying? Who you want to see your advertisement, things like that.
And obviously, the more money you spend, the bigger of the crowd it reach, right?
For sure, yeah. So you're spending $30 a day for 7 days. You're prone to get your advertisement seen by 30,000 to 50,000 people.
Wow. So that's what, like a $210 investment, and you're reaching a crowd of 30,000 people. 30
to 50,000 people. And you gotta think about that is you're gonna get that back. If your product or your service is worth what you're asking for, you're gonna get that back.
Facts. So do you feel like being an entrepreneur, you have to take a lot of risk?
Definitely. Like, you just gotta take the risk to even just wanna do something like this. Like sometimes like people don't know like business is a risk. It take money to make money.
Man, what? For sure.
So, you know, when I got into it, I didn't know, okay, it was gonna take all this money just to get what I want, but at the end result, I'm gonna triple my money, double my money every time. But it's about taking that risk and spending that money first.
Okay, cool. That's dope. That's dope. You hear that, folks? You gotta spend money to make money, but you can't spend it on nothing that's not, of substance. Like nothing that's too basic. Like make something that's different. Make something that people gonna want to mess with for real.
Yeah, for sure. Always invest in yourself.
Very important message.
Investing in yourself is number one. If you don't invest in yourself, nobody else will.
When I started school, bro, I did not want to go. I didn't feel like I was gonna get anything out of it. But being in school, like, it really done turned me into a businessman. I done got a little bit more professional. Like, I done got skills I wouldn't have got if I didn't go to school. So you feel like it's helped you along your way in your journey of being a successful entrepreneur?
Definitely. It really started off, it made me a well-rounded person. I felt the same way going to school. I didn't feel like it was worth my time or why am I doing this? But at the end, it was molding me for life. You know what I'm saying? Life lessons that I was gonna learn. And even with school now, I'm in my major and things like taking business classes and things like that. I learned things that I would have never known just being out here, you know, in the streets or, you know what I'm saying, things like that. So I'm just glad I went to school, honestly. You know, to get a business mindset, to be a well-rounded person, to learn how to speak, learn how to communicate with other professional people and things like that. So, yeah, I think school has helped me, definitely. So, it's helped me.
Would you recommend it? So say if somebody is like, they don't know what they want to do, but they done tried working, they know working's not for them. Would you recommend school to help them broaden their minds, or what form of education? Because no cap, I feel like with certain things I've done, I done got education from things that's outside of school. So it's kind of made me look at like, dang, if I had this opportunity and it wasn't school, I probably could have did something sooner. But at the same time, too, you know, everything happened on God's timing.
Amen.
So would you recommend school for somebody?
Definitely. I don't want to say I always recommend college to everybody. College isn't for everybody, but I always recommend getting some type of education. Always educating yourself more. Don't just stop at high school, or you know what I'm saying, stop because things get rough. Educate yourself more. You don't want to go to college, get a trade. If you don't want to get a trade, learn how to do something. Learn the business of something. You know what I'm saying? It's just always different ways to learn something new. So I feel like no, college is not always the answer, but educate yourself, definitely.
All right, folks, now it's time for Dripping in the Den. During this segment, we're going to talk about some fashion stuff. Since my boy is a fashion designer, or a designer, I say, we're going to see how good he is in the fashion world. So what's some do's and don'ts for you? Like, what you going to put on and what won't you put on?
I'm always going to have on a nice pair of jeans or a nice pair of fitted pants. I do the baggy sometimes, but I wear some slim fit jeans or some slim fit joggers. The don'ts, I don't do baggy jeans. Don't do cuffs on my pants. What's some more don'ts?
I'm not going to lie, I put cuffs on my pants sometimes, but they be a little too long, so I be trying to like play it off with a little cuff.
Yeah, definitely got to get some jeans that fit you. No cuffing the jeans. Yeah, not too tight clothes though. I don't do the tight shirts like that. So
okay.
Yeah.
But okay, so what's some accessories you fuck with? Cause you know accessories help with a fit. Like I had some earrings in today. I ain't wear my earrings in a minute. But every time I wear my earrings, even if I don't got a haircut, bro, that jump make me feel too fresh.
You know, like accessories is my thing. I put on some frames, some reader glasses. I might do a bracelet from time to time. I might just even do some rubber bands. Like I just need something sometimes. So anything, honestly. But I do hats for sure. Yeah, hats all the time. I'm wearing a hat even when I got a haircut sometimes. Anything. Right now since COVID going on, I started doing the ski mask thing. Like I'm always going to accessorize.
And no cap, that's what I think about too. Is the Wxsley line gonna drop some accessories? Cause no cap, I'll rock a ski mask. Let's say like the Wxsley, cause you got the X in that bit. Put some Stay Dangerous over it, like some bracelets.
I definitely thought about it. So if it drop, it's inspired by Josh.
It's the shower mix. In this segment, we talking about music and see what my boy is rocking with, see what music he like and what he don't like. We're gonna talk about albums of the week. You know, good little combo. What music you like?
Hey, I talk to music. I like R&B. I like rap music. I like old school 90s. All that.
Who your favorite rap artist?
Favorite rap artist is Marlo Rodriguez and Lil Baby.
People's choice.
All right, folks, it's time for Counting Benjis with Benji. And here we're going to talk about some just financial tips and really just advice and a little expertise from a person chasing his dreams and his own entrepreneur stuff. So, what do you feel like the hardest challenge in your journey?
The hardest challenge in my journey?
Like, in the entrepreneur standpoint, like, what was the hardest thing you had to overcome? Or do you feel like that's yet to come?
The hardest thing I had to overcome was taking that first step into just becoming my own boss and becoming a businessman and an entrepreneur. That was the hardest step for me. Just that first step, just to take that risk and do it and put my money into something I really wanted. So that was the hardest step.
Sure. So what are some tips for somebody trying to do the same thing? They want to make more money, or they want to fix their money problems in general. Like, what's that first step you say? Like, what do you feel like?
The first step,
something to help motivate somebody to take that first step, I
say. A business standpoint, to opening up their own business and starting their own thing, you take that first step. Honestly, just just do it. You just really gotta do it. Whatever you want to do, put your mind to it. Invest in yourself. Back yourself. Cause that's people not gonna invest in you and wanna spend money with you if they don't see you're investing and you really believe in what you're doing. So just go out there and take that first step and believe in yourself.
Very important message.
Facts, folks. Y'all hear that, man. Take that first step and do what y'all gotta do, man. Believe in yourself always and forever. The black-owned business I want to shout out this week is the Don Pierre. That boy has everything you can want. Sweatsuits, jackets, jeans, shirts, long sleeve, short sleeve, hats, beanies, literally everything. You can find his page at The Don Pierre. You spell Don Pierre, DonPierre. He also has a website called www.shopdonpierre, which you can also find on his page. Tap in and tell him Benji sent you. All right, folks, that's a wrap at the den, man. We had a good little episode, my boy Wesley, Mr. Stay Dangerous. Hey, man, tell them folks where to shop and give us a shout out.
For sure, man. Appreciate Benji for having me. Y'all go shop. My Instagram is Wxsley, Wxsley_. The link is in my bio, Wesley.com, Wxsley.com. Y'all go shop. Appreciate Benji for having me on the den.
This is where it's at.
Appreciate it, bro.
Hey, man, that's a wrap for this episode. Make sure y'all tune in next time for episode 4 called Shoe We with my boy Showtime. We get the exclusive scoop on reselling and all things shoe related. As always, man, follow me on Instagram at 7Bill, 3 L's, and follow the 7Bill Enterprise page for exclusive content on the den and just to see what's coming up next. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, 7Bill Enterprise, and be on the lookout for the den on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all other podcast streaming services.